A long time, TM1 was one of the most important and underappreciated breakthroughs in business analytics. Long before self-service BI became mainstream, TM1 showed what was possible when analytics was designed for interaction, not just reporting. It gave finance and operations team the ability to model, plan and ask what-if questions on live data with a speed that traditional systems could not match. That legacy is real. Unfortunately, so is the disappointment that followed. The TM1 engine stayed strong, but the platform around it did not evolve to meet modern expectations around scalability, automation, and AI-native decision-making. TM1's core advantage was architectural, and while most enterprise stacks were built around relational databases, TM1 took a different path. It used an in-memory, multi-dimensional engine built around cubes, hierarchies, consolidations, and rules. This mattered because planning is not a read-only problem. It is iterative, writable, and assumption-driven. When a plan changes, users expect instant recalculation. TM1 made that experience feel natural, fast, and powerful. Even today, the TM1 engine remains mathematically elegant and well-suited to high-dimensional business models, especially for budgeting, forecasting, allocations, and operational planning. The platform constraints are not about whether TM1 can calculate. They are about how TM1 runs, scales, and is operated inside modern organizations. TM1 grew up in a world of always-on servers. Organizations bought hardware designed for peak planning periods and kept that capacity running all year. There was no native elasticity, no consumption-style execution model, and little ability to flex cost with demand. In effect, customers paid for capacity that they rarely used. TM1 also never evolved to exploit modern accelerators. The calculations still run on CPUs, and that caps the throughput and prevents the engine from taking advantage of decades of hardware progress in parallel compute. Worse still, TM1 still relies on Excel at the front end. Excel is familiar, but at an enterprise level, analytics through Excel is fragile. It breaks with updates, and security changes push complexity to the client, and often becomes the bottleneck as concurrency increases. When IBM acquired TM1 through its acquisition of Cognos, they focused on the visualization end, creating a slick, customizable user interface, which finally ran on Linux. IBM did improve the product in important ways, but it barely touched until recently the underlying engine, and so the capability remains dated. The scripting language, Turbo Integrator, remains central for automation and orchestration, but it lacks modern developer expectations or support for essential data structures such as JSON. Planning Analytics Workspace, or PAW, is better than the clunky Excel add-ins. It brought a modern-ish browser experience and visual exploration. Despite IBM having clear AI capability with Watson, these features have not delivered deep analytical reasoning. Those using TM1's AI capability are underwhelmed by the experience. It is both slow and not particularly insightful, pointing out things that are simply obvious. Planning should have been a natural home for AI-driven reasoning because it is structured, constrained, and decision-oriented. TM1 models have a strong context mechanism that could reliably map into the cube world. With a bit of work, TM1's AI could have generated high-quality analytics and narration. Despite its resources and capability, IBM simply didn't invest in the back-end technology. Once upon a time, TM1 revolutionized business planning. The tragedy is not that it failed, is that it never truly evolved when it had the opportunity to lead. Today, IBM Planning Analytics still delivers what it always did, a powerful multi-dimensional calculation core. But what it does not deliver is a modern execution model, low friction engineering, elastic scalability, and an AI native analytics experience that scales across an organization without ballooning costs and complexity. If your strategy is to use AI as a core pillar of business analytics, IBM Planalytics is hard to recommend. The engine is solid, but that is both the strength and the weakness. As somebody who has used and loves TM1, it's sad to say that IBM has characteristically dropped the ball on this one, and this is beyond disappointing. In the next episode, I'll go from high-end niche to the mainstream and look at Excel. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to the channel so you can be notified whenever a new video is published.